Hello everybody, it's Silvana and welcome back to the channel. So with it being the 30th of June, I thought I might talk a little bit about my prep for camp that starts tomorrow. So as we may have discussed, oh, not may, I know we have, as we've discussed in the past, I plan to do a rewrite of 50 Shades of Grey. And to start that, I've come up with a couple of replacement characters' names, and that's it. So, my original plan had been to basically take the original text, copy it into Scrivener, and then go and re-edit it to be my rewritten text. I changed my mind about doing it that way because I want to try and keep this mostly my own work as much as possible, even though it is based on someone else's novel. And I figure my best case to do that would be to keep that source material as far out of my line of sight as possible. But I do want to stick with some of the story beats and even with the stuff that I'm changing. So while I don't typically work with an outline, I thought with this project it might be better to do so. So here I've started making an outline, not of how the book is, but how I plan for my rewrite to go. I am off shipping quite a lot of the book. I'm moving other things to places earlier or later in the narrative than they happen. I'm changing the characters' locations, along with their names, their professions to a somewhat extent. Again, I am trying in a way to make this a viable project to self-publish. If I don't make that to that clean of a cut, then I'll share it with some friends of mine that'll enjoy it, and at least it won't be completely a lot of work for nothing. So right now, this is the outline that I have so far. The first 3.5 chapters, and I do plan to work a little bit more on this today, just to get, so when I get to writing, which I'll touch on that in just a second, on goals, I can just flow. The major differences, if you've read the original, that I want to point out is this will be written from both participants' point of view at different times. The majority of the narrative will be slightly omniscient from her point of view, which means you'll get a little bit more of what she's thinking, a little bit more of what she's doing, stuff like that. But it will pop into him from time to time. So in the main arc, you'll notice I put job offer here in quotes. That's because I want to make it plain by jumping into his side of the narrative at this moment that the job offer is not a real offer of a job. The job offer is the hopes of a ploy to get her to contact him so that he can ask her out on a date. I don't want him to just straight out ask. I do want him to leave that ball into her court, especially since it's an interview for a paper. It's supposed to be a professional setting. Asking for a date from someone you just met during a professional setting, I think is way out of bounds. But this, now if she called and really asked him for a job, Um, I would expect him to be honest about it, but that's not going to happen in the narrative. We're just going to know that it's more of, you know, I guess job should be more in quotation marks than job offer, because the job is to be with him. Not literally like a hoe, but you know what I mean. Uh, for right now, the Jose character is completely out of the narrative. Uh, I will have them do the photo shoot, but I have no problem making it just the regular photographer. I plan to take the ooh, Jose likes her out of this. When they go drinking at the bar, there's not going to be any kiss from him when she says no. I did not like that in the first book. I would never allow, no matter how good a friend of it was, no matter how long I had known them, if they came to kiss me and I said no and they did it anyway, they would not be my friend anymore. And I don't know many women who would do that. I don't know many men who would put up with that either, both straight, nor gay, nor bi. That's a line you don't cross. That's uncool. No matter who you are, it doesn't matter. So, all kinds of stuff is being moved. Like with the book, he's not just going to mail it to her because he doesn't know where she lives in this. Again, no stalker. No stalker. He will take her home. She texts him about the celebration. He brings the book with him to it because he knows from this conversation what book. You'll see, not Tess. I don't know much about Tess. I'm sure I read it at some point in high school, but I'll be damned if I can remember anything about it. I'd like to find something that would work with her English, and I guess I could tweak what part of English she likes, but a book I know a little bit more about, so that if I want to use quotes like they do from Tess, I could, but I'm not going to quote Tess when I don't know it. I wouldn't feel comfortable using a book like that I don't know. So this is where we're at right now. The other thing for camp is I have put it in my project targets. The total amount of words I want for camp is 60,000 in 31 days. Now, if you get out a calculator and you do the math, it's a little over 1,900 words a day. So I put my target at $2,000 a day. If I hit that every day, I will hit the target before before the end of the day, on 31st, obviously, because I'll be doing an extra almost 100 words a day. Because this is for fun and it's camp, if it's looking like these numbers are not going to get hit, come about the midway point of July, I will change my goal, but I'm hoping not to. Also because it's just a rewrite and it's for fun. It's not that I don't want to get the 60-word goal. It shouldn't be so difficult for me to think about what comes next. So that's what we've been doing for camp prep. Comment below, what are you doing for camp prep? With what today is and what time of day it is. You're probably not going to have a lot of time to answer it before it's camp tomorrow. So did you could always go the sideways with that question. Did you do any kind of camp prep? If so, what did you do? And if it's near the end of camp, did that prep help or not? We're doing daily logs for camp. So we're going to find out how well my prep is going to work for me or not a couple days from now. Sorry about that. As always, you guys, like, comment, subscribe, do all the do's below. And I want to thank you all for watching, and and I hope that you have a really great day.